So this is about laying out a narrative timeline. A couple things to consider. One thing that's important is organization. And I'm going to jump. This is the edit work tab. If you didn't know this, up on top here, you can see that there are different tabs. There's assembly, edit, color, effect, and this changes the workspace. So we always work in editing. There's graphics, effects. See, when you go jump into color, you see it opens up the color window over on here. So anyway, I'm going to jump into audio just so we can, because it expands the timeline, so we can see all the tracks a little easier. So what I'm trying to emphasize here is that when you lay out a narrative story on your timeline, it's important to be organized. Keep your vocals on your first and second tracks, and your sound effects on your third or fourth track. And then you see where I have it green down here? This is my music track. And it just helps when you go to mix the audio, you start raising audio levels and lowering audio levels. And editing, it's very easy to start putting and jumping and putting effects on the second track or the first track and putting music on the second track. So it's usually it comes naturally because you're going to lay out your audio first, your speaking parts and so forth, and then you're going to lay out your sound effects. So what I have here is let me zoom in here again. So I have my vocal tracks are 1 and 2. Then I have effects, like sound effects, like this is a train whistle here at the beginning. And then I have an ambient track. This is this long, boring looking track here. This is just ambient sound. So it's very important underneath your dialogue editing to have a consistent ambient track. I had a horrible time with the scene I'm going to show you with ambient sound changing constantly. And so I had to do a lot of ambient sound. And I went out and recorded ambient sound like a year later when I shot it while I was editing it. So just keep that in mind while you're organizing your tracks. Again, it would be dialogue, then sound effects, then ambient, then music track.